I'm rolling with Nick Salmon. Nick Salmon is a seasoned brown belt at the school, and he's a competitor. He's competed, I'm pretty sure, through all the belt ranks. He's a lifelong martial artist. He did other things before this. He's still young, but one of those guys, like myself, that's always been training in something. So he just cut weight. He's down to 145, very strong, even at that weight. Very formidable, very good technique, good defense, a well-rounded game. So here he tried to sit back into an ankle lock, and I booted my foot, which is preventing the finish. And then he went to switch his grip to something else, and I was able to kick my foot up and out and back, as you just saw, and get, I guess, a sweep. I came up on top. He's good to roll with. He doesn't go crazy. He lets himself get put into bad positions and works out of them. To me, that's always the sign of somebody who's technically proficient. They trust their technicality. So here I'm looking to like staple his leg, put him on his back. That's pretty much the first step when passing the open guard. You want to try to get the guard player on their back. So here I'm just doing like a smother pass. I can't see my legs, but basically climbing him into a mount. I'm in like an S mount here. He's not putting up a lot of resistance. I was looking to fall back for the armbar. I'm looking to do it very slowly and incrementally. He's very strong here. When he grabs his own wrist, it's very hard to separate his hands or to even bring his arm over. So now I'm switching to like an Americana and a wrist lock there. But even though it doesn't look like it, he's defending well. So there he just pendulumed his legs and came up into turtle and was able to throw me off his side. I noticed this has been happening to me a lot, and I want to be able to maintain the back and stay behind the tricep. So I'm going to look to work on that. Always take little parts of what's going wrong for you and then research how to make that better. You can't learn everything at once. Somebody saying to me, oh, I just started, what should I do? Well, let's look at videos about closed guard, attacking from closed guard. Things that are simple. Then look for videos about framing, how to keep somebody off of you with proper skeletal structure. So here I was looking to drag him forward. We smack talk a little here and there. Make jokes. Have a good rapport. So I have my hook in as usual. He's laying down to prevent that hook from being a viable sweeping hook. So he's in my half guard, but I want to get that hook in or get that right knee in front of him. I don't want to cross my legs or triangle my legs here because that leaves me immobilized, essentially. So I'm attacking his right arm, even though you can't see it. I'm trying to get the Kimura and I'm trying to trap it. As you can see, my right arm just went over his shoulder. There I thought about going back to a guillotine. I have his belt here. I have his lapel. I'm pulling it under his arm. I'm trying to trap that right arm so I could roll him over. I'm shrimping away to give myself a better angle. Sometimes you need to make space. So that would be with my make space principle in line with that principle. So here it looks like I really have the right arm locked up. Oop, I let it go. It's amazing. I have the whole mat in the frame and we have to go to that one corner. One day when I'm a successful YouTuber, I'll hire a video guy. So there I was able to roll him over. That was a really, really cool sweep. The type of sweep I love. And it was a half guard sweep, which isn't really my specialty. And then I went to mount, but he had stopped by that point. Here we reset the position, even though I had top of a side control. And I mentioned it, I go, I had mount. But it's not a competition. But it would have been nice to start from that position. So here he's keeping his head down. He's really just giving me that arm. He thought he was going to roll out of it, but I was able to keep him from rolling with my left leg. As you can see, my foot was like a hook. I'm still looking to finish the armbar. He's trying to defend by pushing his arm further in, so I have nowhere to push down on the elbow. And he did a really good job of defending. Now he's sitting on my head. He got to north-south, and he fell back to set up a heel hook, which I just tapped.
Heel hook. Nice.
I'm not going to do a lot of explosive movements to get out of that. I don't even want to try to pull my leg straight out, because that's pulling on your ACL. And the older you get, the more of a problem that's going to be. So we reset the position, and I got another good sweep. I've been hitting that sweep a lot. It's very basic, very simple. It's basically a half guard like scissor sweep. And there I passed his guard, but he wasn't really putting a lot of resistance, in all honesty. So here I'm transitioning to position. I want to see if I can armbar this other arm a little easier. As you can see, I have my weight on and my balance. I'm sitting. I'm not falling all over. And when I fell back, he's pushing my left foot off as a defense. And, you know, resisting with his strength in his arm. So then I look to turn it into an Americana or pull it back into the armbar. I think I gave him a little more trouble than he was expecting there. And then from there, he was using his foot to push me off, so I switched to the ankle lock and went to go belly down, but I left too much space under my arm. I didn't have enough confidence in it and allowed him to twist his foot to escape. So here I'm controlling his pant legs. I'm looking to set up something technical. You know, some people say, oh, I don't watch it unless it's a white belt, but everybody makes the same mistakes. They just make them for different reasons. And I think watching higher level rolls definitely will help any white belt.
Hi, Mom.
So this was a 9-minute round, a tough round. That's Nick Salmon. He's definitely going to be on the channel again. We've rolled before, but never for the channel. He's a fan, so I know he's going to be excited to be on. So some of the rash guards I'm wearing are on a website called X Marshall. I left a link in the description. If you go on there and you want to pick up a rash guard or shorts, they have a lot of different types of gear. Really good stuff, really stylish, high quality.
I gotta wear headgear with you.
You could use my code Jits over 50. That gets you 10% off. So the links are in the description. And I just appreciate everybody. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have a channel. I'm going to have other rolls coming out with different classmates, people that you've seen on the channel before that you'd be interested to see how they roll with each other. Or at least I hope you guys think that's interesting. So here I'm looking to pin his knees down and pass. He was looking to wrestle up. I could have had a guillotine here, but he was laying to the right side to defend. Really, I want to get him on his left side and then throw my leg around his back. But here I'm squeezing. I don't know if he was thinking about tapping. It felt kind of tight, but it wasn't official, so to speak. So here I'm sitting on his head. I'm looking for the Kimura. He's defending. He's got good hand movement for the defenses, good structural defenses. I'm looking to separate his arm from his body. It's always good to let people move. You know, sometimes if you let them just get into their defense, that's it. They're just going to defend. But meanwhile, if they started to move and you went into a transition, you would have a chance to do something to them. So there, he sat up into that choke that I like. That's been in a lot of these videos recently. He was able to defend it, but I was wrenching it for a minute there. There I have his arm. I'm trying to get a Kimura. Then I switched it to the armbar again. And I just couldn't break that hand. I couldn't break his grip. I'm hooking his legs so he can't roll out of it, or he can't pendulum his legs and do all the things that he needs to do to escape. Then I let go of his legs to just go full on and try to rip it, but I still couldn't get it, and he was able to come up.
No. Good stuff. Good defense.
So yeah, this is actually a 12-minute round, so we probably did 2 6-minute rounds without resting. Again, I highly recommend this. You get tired, you have to use technique, even if you're the type of person that likes to use speed and strength. Once you're tired, those things kind of fade away, and the small movements, the small adjustments become what's important. So here I think he was looking to get like a spider guard on one arm, and I'm just defending it by keeping my knee and elbow together. He's really looking to get that lasso in on the right side. But that's Nick Salmon, and good brown belt at the school, a good brown belt competitor, and he'll be on the channel. Who knows, maybe some of you have competed against him. Well, thank you for watching.
Thank you.
Please like, share,
Nick Salmon, everyone.
and if you haven't already, subscribe.
He's cutting to 145 for a competition coming up. Thank you for watching.